Hello everyone, welcome back to Overload First Strike level 21. Fiction Rant playing, and yeah. This is basically... Let me actually do what I'm supposed to do here. This is basically Descent 1, but in Overload, somebody went through and recreated all the levels. First Strike is just basically a map pack. Let's see if we can get any good upgrades here. I can upgrade some weapons I do not care about. Yeah, let's... Self-inflicted blast damage reduced by half. Fair enough, that sounds useful. I did manage to hurt myself the other day. OM0925 is among the more lucrative mining operations the PTMC has, as platinum is a highly sought-after resource which is used extensively in the auto-op manufacturing process. It's all their fault that we have so many auto-ops. Telemetry is detecting several highly advanced auto-ops. Extreme caution is advised. Alright. And for anyone who's interested, I do have links to a merch store and a coffee account in the description. Okay, definitely suspicious looking haul here. Oh, hello. How dare you? I don't even know what you are. A guardian? Never seen those before. Ooh. Time bombs. Alright. Eyes itch. Alright, I see nothing else. Let's carry on. Do I take their left or the right? Invincilus. And the Kraken. Well, so the Invincilus are new. Let's get out Hunters. We're fighting at pretty long range here. Got the Kraken. Ow. Let's go ahead and, yeah, let's use the reflex a bit. Got him. Alright. Oh, right, that's why I don't use this very often. It does no damage. Oh, there's an auto-op fab. Okay. Or is there? No, he's just a teleporter. Great. Okay, we're getting into that, are we? Alright. Nothing. Hello. Okay, that's first key. Ooh. Don't actually need a Devastator, but it's nice to have them. Okay. Yeah, in the base game, I think, well, I don't know. There's some dudes that teleport like that, and they're highly annoying. One in particular fires like spread fire, and they're ridiculously annoying because it's basically just a shield tax. Like, they fire spread fire and they teleport directly behind you, so it's like, well, I guess I'm taking damage. That's fun. That worked out great. Okay, that's the area I just was. Anything else in there I'm missing? Doesn't look like it. Random antenna sticking out of the ceiling. Oh, that's probably a light. Alright. And what, pray tell, is down here? Got a goblin, got an ogre, got another ogre. Another goblin. Alright. For anyone who's interested in how I know what they're called, top right of the screen is my XP, I guess, and lets me know the names of things as I kill them. See? Triton. Also tells me how many dudes I've killed this particular level, which is potentially quite useful. I guess you'd have to have meta knowledge to know exactly how many ships you're expecting, but that's alright. Must have been a screen. Good. All screens must die. Okay, hello. Got a Kraken. Are there a pair of auto-op generators right here? Sure what it looks like. What a dirty trick. Alright. What do we got? Conspicuous room, that's what we have. Man, creepers actually do a lot of damage. Well, now I wonder how to get up there. Has a Nova and a cloaking device. Looks like it kind of hooks the... Oh, hello. I am now cloaked and a super upgrade point. Sweet. Okay, is this cloak actually going to help me with anything? Yes, it will. Let's get out the hunters. That was weird. I didn't know that those little guys could fire and do their kamikaze runs. Did I take out those scorpions? Another guardian. Alright. Thought there was a scorpion around. Hunters are so good in this. Alright. And I've burned through all of my creepers and most of my hunters, so that's alright. I will hopefully find more. Yeah, so I don't know if you caught it in the last episode or if you watched it or whatever, but I have officially surpassed as far as I ever got in the original Descent. Leave me alone, I was born in '89 and didn't even have most consoles growing up. Man, you are hard to see. Okay. So yeah, this is all uncharted territory for me. I have listened to the soundtrack a few times, so the soundtrack is definitely familiar, and it's awesome. Gosh. I don't think I've even gone through a security door yet, have I? Maybe I did that first one. I don't know. Cloaking device. Be sure super handy if I could shoot straight. Hello, Super Triton. Give me your ammos. Thank you. Okay. Nice. I must have gone through the first door. Okay. Let's... Ow. Oh, you're spitting out tritons. No wonder I keep finding more of them. That is a dirty trick. Man, they weren't kidding about dangerous auto ops here. Just the fabricators alone are friggin' deadly. Okay. Let's get out of this little hidey hole. Not been through that door. Have I been everywhere else? Probably. Let's check through this little passageway. Yeah, I definitely went through there. Alright. And what do you suppose is behind that little door over there? Conspicuous power-ups that are definitely not... Well, no, they actually aren't protected. Weird. Alright. Oh. Ah, I love how hard this soundtrack goes. It's so good. Makes me think of the good old days of LAN parties and carrying horrible, gigantic CRT monitors over to a friend's place and having to figure out Ethernet cables because nobody's house was actually plumbed for anything yet, cable-wise. Ah, good times. Simpler times. Back when if you got raging about a video game, you actually had to face the person you were going to start cussing out. Or just, you know, not cuss them out because they weren't an anonymous person online. Go figure. Okay, there's another security door. Sounded like there were some dudes behind there. Probably are. We'll see. I'm sure we'll come across it eventually. Die screens. Okay, conspicuous. Little dark area is conspicuous. No, it's a bad scorpion. Really? That's it? Wait. Oh, there are two. Okay. Ah. Did I just get to the other side of a security door without using the security? No, I didn't. Okay. Okay, that was exciting. Hello. What an awful thing to stick behind a secret door. How dare you? Okay. Have not, in fact, been up here. Ow. Ah. I like how they start moving their little pinchy claws up and down, like, give Daddy a hug. Okay. Hi. Little teleporting bastards. I don't know if I've managed to get some crossover between the viewers of this and my main channel content, but I've been having some very interesting and extended debates about Star Trek versus Star Wars stuff mainly, and at least I find it interesting. I don't know if you guys do, but okay, so that's where hostages are. Hello. Cool. Wilbur McCaffrey. Misty White House. I didn't know the White House was misty. Okay, cool. And since I got the upgrade point, I think that means I got all of them. Okay, can't get over there. I can get over there, and that looks super weird. Wait, did I act? Okay, I just need to check this out, I think. But yeah, my latest was, well, one of my latest videos was going over some other channel's matchup of the Defiant from Deep Space Nine versus, ow, I can multitask just fine, quiet, versus the Millennium Falcon, which, oh, that is a security door I got to both sides of. That's weird. It's kind of a baffling matchup to begin with, because that's a literal warship versus basically a dude in his Winnebago with a machine gun, accompanied by his dog. So, not what I would consider a super compelling comparison, but they actually had it be kind of close in the Generation Tech is the other channel, which I found to be a rather questionable conclusion to make. But yeah, really interesting to see the, I guess, the spectrum of responses I get to that kind of thing, because it's like, you know, there's plenty of people that are like, you know, why are you even comparing these? This is ridiculous. And then other people who launch into stuff about the greater comparison of Trek versus Wars, and I end up articulating the same arguments over and over and over again because I've done a whole series about it and everything, but that's alright. I end up... The initial Trek versus Wars debate that I did was the first one that I did, my first matchup, and it's still the most popular. I thought you were dead. Okay, you are not doing enough damage. So the fact that I've been talking about it and debating it for like 2 years now means that I've come to some pretty firm opinions at this point. But it's funny, some of the pushback that I'll get, things like, oh, how dare you reference anything from any Disney Star Wars, none of that is canon. And it's like, okay, if I were to go off of what is only George Lucas movie canon, because Legends is also not canon, then we'd run into issues of things like, okay, all the ships, none of the ships can actually shoot straight, even at very, very short distances, as demonstrated in A New Hope with Vader's Star Destroyer attacking the Tantive 4 right at the beginning, and half the shots are missing, despite, you know, nobody's taking evasive action, the ships are not that far apart, and they miss a bunch of shots anyway. I mean, that shouldn't happen. Versus, you know, of course, this is in the context of a Trek versus Wars thing, which Trek will do things like, hey, they're, you know, 100,000 kilometers away, let me go ahead and target specifically this piece of their ship. Which is incidentally not 2 kilometers long, unlike stuff in Star Wars. So I'm contemplating actually doing a video that is basically just, okay, you guys asked for it, I will source only George Lucas canon. Let's see what happens. Oh boy. My friends, the creepers. See what happens, basically, because it would not going off of that standard would not do Star Wars any favors at all. It would be very bad. Ow. Is there another auto-op fabricator making those? Ah, what a great use for Devastators. One-shotting auto-op fabricators. Ah, so peaceful in here now. Okay. Yet. Spoke too soon. Alright. And now, so I don't one-shot myself, we'll switch to anything else. So yeah, that could be a fun video. It would, of course, antagonize the Star Wars fans, which, at least in my experience, is actually a great way to get a lot of views. They don't like seeing... Well, I say the Star Wars fans. I am a Star Wars fan. I just try to take a fairly realistic, I guess, stance on capabilities. Unfortunately, most of the capabilities are incredibly nebulous, like by design. Ooh. Ah, hell. I am taking a lot of damage and I am not okay with it. Okay. So yeah, that could be a fun video, but of course it would antagonize people, which is fun to a point, but at the same time I don't particularly want to alienate everybody. I don't know. I definitely end up in plenty of online conversations with people who don't actually want to debate anything, they just want to be right, which is understandable. Not particularly good for debate, but understandable. You know, this looks like the boss room from the final level, which I have actually seen, but isn't. Like the whole four-chambered thing. Where am I going? I don't even know where the exit is. Okay. Energy chamber. Okay. This level confuses me. Like, I'm seeing damage on the reactor for some reason. Okay, there's the exit. So that's something. Yeah, this should be the boss room. Is it? Ah, interesting. Is the reactor in there? Okay, how do I open that up? This is so weird. Okay. Does it open when I do that? No. Is there something I'm missing? Undoubtedly. No. Let's actually turn on our headlamp so I don't keep shooting flares. I don't see any obvious secret doors. Need to figure out how to open that up. What am I missing? Well, that's conspicuous looking. It is nothing. Alright. Huh. That's all stuff I've seen and explored. I don't think there's any area that... Oh, no, there is a small area over there I haven't checked out. Yeah, might as well check that out. The fact that there's so many different ways to get to everywhere in this is weird. Oh yeah, I should mention, if anybody's interested in my Trek vs. War stuff, I don't actually care who wins in any of my matchups. I just care about trying to figure out who's likely to do so. So, ooh. Is this a secret level, finally? Ooh, secret level. Destroy 40 operators, okay. One. Oh, and I only have 3 minutes to do it. Okay. Oh, that's a locked door. Okay. Come on. Where's more dudes? Need more dudes. Friggin' Phantom. I want more dudes that are easy to kill. That was really weird. The fact that I rammed that dude. Yellow. You know, usually these secret levels have a ton of extra weapons and stuff. Super auto op. Okay. Yellow. 20 operators destroyed. Super cool. Sweet. Why did I ram that? That's super weird. Is there anything else in here? Nothing? Okay. Die. Man, this is not an easy fight. Okay. Oh, some armor. Good. All of that for just a super upgrade point? Holy crap. Alright. Ow. Oh, I'm glad I checked out the little hole. Now I get to figure out how the heck do I actually access the boss room. Or the reactor, rather. Yeah, we'll do Falcons. Yeah, that's the exit. Well, I finally found a secret level. how to open you. No. This is so weird. Maybe it's that? Aha! I am going the right way, right? Nope, I sure am not.
Self-destruct sequence activated.
And there we go! Woohoo! Level 21 down. I even found a secret level and barely survived it. Nice of them to bump my armor rack up to 100 out of half. I was down to like 60 or something by the time they were done with me. Jeez. Oh, boy. Headed to Neptune. Okay. I guess we're done with Uranus. 3 out of 6 secrets. I found a whole secret level and I still only got half the secrets. Oh well. 1 out of 1 super upgrade points. 2 out of 2 cryotubes. Fair enough. Alright, well, thank you everyone for watching. This has been fun. Catch you in the next one. Again, I have a coffee link and a Fourth Wall merch store link in the description if you want to support the channel. And until next time, live long and prosper. May the force be with you. Thanks for watching.